This is Neil Ratner Rock Doc here on WDST Radio Woodstock with another episode of This Week in Rock with support from Transcend Dental and my friend, the amazing dentist and rock star Bruce Milner. Visit Transcend Dental, his stunning new office at 2 Maverick Road on the corner of Maverick Road and Route 375. California Jam was a music festival which took place at Ontario Speedway in Ontario, California on April 6, 1974. Co-headlined by Deep Purple and Emerson, Lake and Palmer, the festival set what were then records for the loudest amplification system ever installed, the highest paid attendance, and the highest gross in history. The massive sound system arose from the demands of Deep Purple, who, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, were the loudest band in the world. Deep Purple was given the choice of when to go on stage, and chose Sunset, thus pushing Emerson, Lake and Palmer to the last performance. However, when the festival ran ahead of schedule, and the band were told to go on stage before sunset, Richie Blackmore refused. Blackmore had specifically chosen Sunset for effect, and understood how crucial it was for Deep Purple to put on a memorable show, particularly since he was also aware of Keith Emerson's flying piano.
Went on stage, and I was so angry, with this whole... I was angry that the band didn't back me up. They'd all flaked and gone, oh, come on, let's just go on, let's forget the, No. You've got a piano, a revolving piano in front of it. This whole thing is geared towards aggravation. And you're talking about 270,000 people now. And so I went to my roadie. I said, what I'm going to do is blow up the amplifiers. I said, what I want you to do is cover the amplifiers in petrol. I'll go across one side of the stage, you douse my marshals, dummy marshals, with petrol. And then I'll come back and I'll throw a lighter at them, something worked out like that. And of course one roadie went, I'm not doing that, and he ran away. So my other roadie went, I'll do it. I said, right. So I went across the other side of the stage doing the freak out part, and I'm watching the dousing the Marshall amps with the petrol. Well, you couldn't see it because everybody's watching me on a spotlight, and I'm playing, waiting for the okay from the roadie. Gives me the okay. I came back. Oh, that's right. I broke the guitar up, and I think I set fire to the guitar. Then I got the guitar and threw it at the amplifier, knowing that it would just hit the amp, go and explode and catch fire. Of course, it did more than that. It exploded and blew a hole in the stage. Pacey's glasses got blown off, so he can't see anything. It made some cameraman temporarily deaf. So, but it looked great.
I worked with Emerson, Lake and Palmer in the early 1970s, and I had left the group prior to California Jam. However, I was the one who accidentally stumbled upon the flying piano trick. We were in New York and we needed a van. I found a used one, and I sent one of the band's roadies to Long Island to buy it. Soon after, Vic the roadie got in touch with me and asked me to come to the house in Long Island, giving no further details. I arrived and we all went into the basement, where there was a movie projector set up. The film starts, and it's a clip of the old Tonight Show with Steve Allen as the host. Allen is sitting at the piano, begins to play, and is lifted 20 feet off the ground and begins to spin. The guy with the van had created the trick, so I brought him and the film to Keith Emerson, who loved the idea, and the rest is rock and roll history. Okay, let's listen. From California Jam, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and Carnival 9.